Welcome, my friends. Thank you for joining me for yet another book review. This is another children's book, and it's by Ela Gandhi, the grandchild of the famous Mahatma Gandhi, and she called him Bapuji. And this is a wonderful story illustrating her time growing up with him, and he and others in their family helping them to understand the nature of courage, the nature of fear. That's why this book is called Courage, illustrated by Irvin Flethanzik. Flethanzik? Correct me down below if you know the right way to pronounce it. Very cute drawings, very simple and easy to look at, colorful ways to explore the world that Gandhi was living in at the time and that she grew up in, this exploration of India. Just adorable little drawings of Gandhi. And the lessons about how to deal with fear and how to cultivate courage, how to understand the nature of fear. And some very classic lessons from Buddhism and Hinduism through in here, and really useful things to teach a child about how to interact with some really big feelings. And do we deal with the feelings of fear by pushing through and getting really mad or running away, or do we explore them and understand the nature of fear and how to become courageous? Not by getting rid of fear, but by growing through and understanding it and moving in spite of it. And just a fabulous lesson. Very grateful for her work. Highly recommended, especially for very young kids. Again, a really great story that you can read to them, or they can just have on their shelf as another source of inspiration as they grow. Because as I personally experienced, the books that were on my shelf were the ones that I used as touchstones for who I thought I was growing up. Even a random book I think I found on the ground and I put it on my shelf, and that became a center for some of the explorations that I had as a teenager. Because I had the book there, therefore it must have been part of my identity. And so as we find these very charismatic and wonderful figures to base our young identities upon, what fabulous growth can we get from that? So you want as many of these kinds of books available for kids to read and to grow from, and as they transform and become their best selves, they build their foundations upon stories of truth and honesty and kindness and love, rather than war and violence and all of the things that we often find around us all the time. So please do check this book out, pick it up. Remember to avoid going to the big bookstores to buy them. Instead, go to the websites provided from the author. Links are down below. And let's support their work and support the growth of the kids around us. And we all grow together, one new story and transformational narrative at a time. Thank you so much for joining me.